Hello everyone and welcome to Victoria's Cantina. Today we're having a look at the Hasbro Star Wars The Force Awakens Epic Battles 12-inch Captain Phasma Toys R Us exclusive figure. Alright you guys, so looking here at the packaging, you can see that this has what's pretty similar to all the other 12-inch Star Wars Hasbro figures. And it indicates there that this is Captain Phasma, of course, you see there in the photo. It says Epic Battles, and then you can see the figure in the box. Looks pretty cool overall, really like the red and black theme. On the side we have a look at Captain Phasma and a very cool portrait of the character. The other side there gives us a look at three other characters available in the 12-inch line. We have Chewbacca, the Stormtrooper, and the TIE Fighter pilot. And then on the back, the same portrait we see on the front of Phasma and on the side. And it says, clad in distinctive metallic armor, Captain Phasma commands the First Order's legions of troopers. Alright, you guys, so just straight up, dang, she looks good. And I know a lot of us like to make fun of Hasbro's 12-inch shampoo bottles, as they're referred to a lot of the time. But this one looks gorgeous. And I don't think I'm exaggerating. She really looks stunning. Now, Hasbro tends to do very nice sculpt work on other 12-inch figures. This is no exception, but the paint application for me is what really sells this. It's really too bad that Hasbro's other versions of Phasma did not have the chrome paint application, because I just think it really throws this character's look over the top and makes it look damn awesome. And not lying at all here, you guys. This looks very, very pretty. Phasma comes with a plastic cape, which actually is pretty heavy and probably weighs a good bit more than the figure does. It has a very vinyl or leathery look to it, and very nice detail. I think it looks great. And she has 7 points of articulation and comes with one accessory. And I'll give you a close-up here of the head. As you can see, it looks very, very good. Hasbro did a really good job with the sculpt work, as they tend to do on their 12-inch figures. Now, there are some paint imperfections on here. Of the ones that I saw in Toys R Us, they had 5 of them, and 3 of them had just horrendous paint. They had like all these smudging marks on like the sides of the helmet, and it just looked terrible. It looked like somebody let it sit in a dumpster for a few weeks and then put it back in the packaging. Very unusual. But you know, this was the best of the lot, but still there are imperfections. Like I said, you have like some scratches down here on that side of the helmet. On this side you have a few more of them down here. There's a little bit of a overspray right there above the visor, a little bit of overspray right here above the mouth area. All in all, it's not terrible, but you know, just poor quality control for the most part, at least for the other ones that I saw. This one isn't too bad, but you know, certainly could be a little bit better. So if you decide to go to Toys R Us to pick up this Phasma, you know, just be aware of that. You know, it looks like there are some that have really bad paint applications and, you know, all the smudging on their armor. Take a look at them carefully, you know, make the best choice based on what they have there, and hopefully you'll find one that's pretty decent like the one that I ended up with. The rest of the costume, you know, just looks very, very good. I can't stop saying it, but the reflective quality of her costume is just very, very nicely done. Sculpt work on the rest of her body and her armor looks great. You can see that there is a little bit of smudging and imperfection here on her armor. There's like some marks right in here, and you can kind of see some scuffs right there. I mean, it's not perfect, but it really doesn't look too noticeable. And then, you know, the arms are sculpted very nicely. You get some pretty good detail in there. You can see her under armor there, and just all around very, very nicely done figure. The legs look really good. If I move her cape out of the way, you can see a little bit of her in there. I mean, she looks good, but you're not missing much. The cape is pliable, but it does look like vinyl and leather, which I think is the intent. And I have heard a lot of people say, you know, why doesn't Phasma come with a soft goods cape on any of her figures? I think that in the movie she has a vinyl or leather cape, from what I've been able to discern from trailers and photos. So I think that's probably why, but you know, we'll have to wait a little bit longer to see in the movie. Now, in terms of articulation, she has a very nice ball joint here at the head. It is very stiff, but look at the amount of movement you get with it. It's really, really nice. I mean, she can look up quite a bit. She can look down quite a bit. She can tilt her head. Very, very cool. Really wish they would do this with all their figures. The swivels that she has here at her shoulders enable them to spin pretty much all the way around. Though obviously they are hindered somewhat by the cape. Not a big deal at all. She actually has swivels at the wrists. She does have swivels at both of the legs. They don't go up all that much. But, you know, for a figure like this, I suppose they go up enough. So this is actually a 7-point of articulation figure. How cool is that? You know, 7 points, very basic by today's standards. But, you know, that's kind of a surprise to me, so I think it's definitely nice that she has them rather than if she didn't have them. It's also worth noting that she's very, very lightweight. In fact, I would say the cape probably weighs twice as much as the figure does. In the way of accessories, Phasma comes with a blaster, and this looks to be the same one that the basic figure came with, and it looks to be the same one the 6-inch figure has, which I haven't been able to track down quite yet. And it looks pretty good. It has a little bit of a metallic kind of sheen to it. It's almost like a champagne color along with some black accents. I think for the most part it looks quite nice. And like with the 3 3/4-inch figure, what's really cool is that you can plug her blaster in there to her hip, which, you know, is just so cool, I think. I love it when you can stow figures as weapons somewhere, and that's just so, so cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. This is the Hasbro Star Wars, The Force Awakens Epic Battles 12-inch Captain Phasma Toys R Us exclusive figure. Overall, you guys, I gotta say that I'm actually quite pleased with this. This is the only 12-inch figure that I have from Hasbro's toy line, at least since they rebooted the line a few years back. It's actually really not too bad. I don't see myself being a collector of 12-inch Hasbro figures. I'm not planning on getting any more of them at this time, but I'm really happy to have this Phasma because she just looks really, really good. Even if you're not somebody that likes these 12-inch figures, I think that this is a case where Hasbro did a really nice job with one of them, and that is mostly due to the fact that she has the chrome paint application, something that's missing on all other Captain Phasma action figures. Yeah, she is a 7-point of articulation figure, but at this scale you really don't need more than that. And I think that she would look absolutely stunning on a shelf or on a desk, you know, just as a display piece off by herself. In that respect, I think she's very, very cool. On a scale of 1 to 5 stars, I'm going to go ahead and give this Captain Phasma figure 4 stars. Because I think for what you're getting here, she definitely is worth it. $14.99 for a 12-inch figure that looks this stunning and has a nice accessory that you can clip onto her hip. You just really can't go wrong here. If you're intrigued by the character of Captain Phasma, like a lot of us are, then I certainly say hit up your local Toys R Us and see if you can track one of these down because it's a really, really nice looking piece. Alright my friends, if you enjoyed this video, then I do encourage you to please like and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this Captain Phasma figure down in the comments. Be sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and as always, I want to thank you for watching Victoria's Cantina. Until next time, bye-bye.